Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. Oh my gosh, we're back. Step to it. Step to it. We should have left you. Left you all. You remember that joint?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Oh
got
yeah.
something wrong. Like it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you. Left you.
Shouldn't have.
Without it don't mean we step two. Step to it. Step two. Step to it. Step two.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. We should have left you. Without it don't mean we step two. Step two. Step to it. Actually, I don't know the rest of the song.
I'm in here. What it do?
You know what I'm saying? Just hugging the block. Hey, it's been a long time, everybody. I want to say thank you for your patience. Thank you for all the emails and texts that I've gotten to say put another video up or I smack you. If I see you at another car. Real life threats. Yeah, but real life threats. You know, people, sending letters, using the mail service, which I appreciate.
But, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. But we're back. So, it's all good in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Dang, how you been, man? Tell us what you been up to.
I've been into the whole world of comic books, watching the shows, reading the stuff, all that good thing. Ain't nothing changed for me. Only thing that changed is me in front of a camera less. That's all.
A lot less. Oh,
now it's COVID slowed down, and I started going out more. I sped up. COVID slowed down, I sped up. Let's go.
Man. Oh, real quick, did you get COVID during the No Way Home? Like, was that the Omicron variant where everybody caught it?
No, Dan doesn't catch COVID. Dan eats broccoli. COVID can't catch me.
What does broccoli got to do with catching COVID?
I eat my vegetables. Kids, eat your vegetables. Stay healthy.
That's funny.
Public service announcement.
My entire apartment building all caught it except for my son. And I can tell you he wasn't eating vegetables. It was French fries and nuggets. So I don't know what the vegetables are.
Yeah, he's still a kid though. Kids are indestructible. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
So my daughter got it.
She's not a kid anymore. She's a big kid. He's a kid. It's a big difference.
The way they fight their kids, I can tell you that right now.
No, they're siblings.
Oh my God. Bro, I be like, young, stop it. Sit down. But, hey, it don't matter. I love them. And we're here, man.
Yeah.
Daniel. Have you been going to any cons? I know you have.
Yeah. I definitely went to Awesome Con, so I was there. Fans saw me too. Got yelled at. Where's the stuff at? Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Like I said, COVID slowed down. The world opened up. I sped up. Let's go.
All right. But let y'all know what I've been up to. Nothing. Work. Nothing else. I've been reading a lot of independent books. So I'm like, gosh. I'm reading as much as I can when you have a almost 5-year-old and a 10-year-old who fight when they just see each other.
As much
can you get in between that? Is what I've been doing. I've been keeping up on everything though. So anything that's a video, like Miss Marvel, we could Doctor Strange, Hawkeye. What was the other one that came out? The guy dresses up Moon Knight. I've been watching all the Boys. I've watched it all. Only thing I didn't have watched is Doom Patrol. I
agree with you on that.
And I have given up everything CW. They just no. It's a wrap. It's over. I tried. I gave them as much as I could. They canceled almost everything now, except for the Flash. Why? Why? The one that should have gone. Bro, the last episode I seen. Well, I'm sorry, not the last episode. The other one was about a time. Last episode I seen was Iris dealing with a time sickness, which was unnecessary. But I was really done. It's been a hard watch to try to watch those, but I was really done. That season finale a year ago, when they was lightsabering with lightning bolts. I literally got out. I walked out of my room and started playing Martial Jam with myself. I'm like, I'm not watching this. I'm just not watching this.
He became a well-skilled sword fighter all of a sudden, and
all three of them,
and all and could generate lightsabers out of nowhere. Yo, it's funny. That man's got his learning curve is high. It's like, what? You can do it? Well, then I can do it just that quick too. It's like, what? Really?
Bro,
Where did that come from? That and the turning lightning into steps so he can walk in the air. I was like,
oh, bro, it's been real terrible, no doubt. But that's the game. The game's always gonna be the game. It just sucks, and it's real sucks. Titan season 3 was lackluster a little bit. It's been a lot. We're watching a lot.
But you know what doesn't suck? Miss Marvel.
Let's get into it. I like that transition, Dan.
Miss Marvel right now. Today, episode 5 just dropped. They did. How all TV shows do their flashback episodes or in the past, kind of episodes. Well, we got that today.
So you know what I noticed? All the MCU shows, episode 5 is the episode where they have to take you back and explain everything that's happened before. Because the MCU, they usually kind of just jump you right into the story. The TV shows, they kind of just jump you in, and then you're trying to piece together what happens, and then that episode 5 show you either give you the reason why the hero the way he is, or the reason why the villain the way they are. And that's what I've come to notice about everyone. Now all of them are executed well. Some are much worse than the others, but I know that for now on episode 5 of MCU show, of a Disney Plus show, we're gonna take a step back. We're gonna breathe. The whole relax. It's not much watch TV. Episode 6 through the end, that's fine.
They got it. They got a formula, and they got a formula. They like it. It works. They're sticking to it. I'm not mad at them. They're winning right now. Miss Marvel is pretty good. It's definitely got my attention. It's different. We like different. They're giving everything they can. It was like we got females. Boom. Here you go. We got people of color. Boom. Here you go. We got different kind of superheroes with different powers than y'all are normally used to. Here you go. They're just trying, and so far they're succeeding so far. So I like it, and the stories are pretty solid too. The characters are relatable. Like right now, Kamala Khan is definitely relatable. And
Kamala Khan might be the most relatable character in Marvel comics, especially recent Marvel comics.
Especially. And the fact that they actually created a brand new character and then invite this character off of somebody else and stuff. And like this is one of their most original characters they've ever had.
That is.
In decades.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a straight up brand new character. And it was like, okay, yeah. It's not like we bit this character off of something else. They just straight up created her and it's working for them. I like it.
Yeah, you know why? You guys were right. Because everybody else has been like the next person up, taking a mantle or a different version of another character. She is the original. Only ones, remember they were trying to really pump the Inhumans in comics, they made a bunch of new Inhumans. And she's one of them.
She is.
Yeah, she's the only one that's actually really good. The other one,
even though they kind of did her first, and then they did that little thing afterwards. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, she's part of the cloud though. When that cloud was traveling around, the two clouds.
This is true. But she was the main one.
The original. She's the first, and all of them, all the other
ones. It worked. They expanded on the story after her.
They didn't do a good job.
It's hit and miss with the cut of comics, man.
They did a lot of miss. They've been doing a lot. It's the opposite of Steph Curry.
Well, what they didn't miss on was episode 5. That episode is hitting right there, boy.
You think so?
Huh?
You think so?
It did what it was supposed to. It did what it's supposed to. It did a little quick little time travel thing.
You know me. I don't just because you do what you're supposed to, you don't get credit for that. It's your job. Your job is to tell a story. You don't get credit for telling the story. That's what you're
Yes, you do
supposed to
get
do.
credit for telling the story because you can mess up a story very easily. They didn't mess this one up
But
for
the
me.
basis of a movie is to tell a story, or a show is to tell. I don't give you credit for doing the basis. It's like giving the credit for a kid to do their homework. Like, Daddy, I deserve something special. I did your homework. No, you're supposed to do your homework. All right, that's your job.
No, you're supposed to do your homework correctly and have all the right answers and everything. If you don't have the right, there's no point in you doing your homework if you ain't going to do it right. They did it
Right.
right.
They told a story, and I'm not the. It's not. I want to put it like this. I don't want to bash Miss Marvel because I believe the first 2 episodes of Miss Marvel, like straight fire. I remember I texted you in the group chat. I was like, "Yo, I really like this Miss Marvel. Like, this is fire." This last episode, I was like, "Okay, it was fine. All right, let's see what goes next. Let's see what it leads to." Because all of a sudden, we just killed who was supposed to be the main villain of the show. So now I need to know what's going on. Is your son coming the villain? Is Sap Powers, or the real villain is the what's the people that were oh, give me a second, it's right there. I'm thinking it. I know you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Department of
Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Oh my gosh. What is it? All right, I can't remember. Tell me.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Oh my. Oh God. Oh gosh.
Yeah, they're a villain, but they've been a villain. They when they got introduced into Spider-Man and stuff, they're
Well,
out
no,
there.
I don't think they were a villain then. I really don't.
Yeah, well, they're not exactly doing. They're not helping anybody.
Damage control. Thank God. It's not department, it's damage control. And no, so I don't think they were. I don't necessarily think they're villain. I think they're just doing their job. The job is to investigate. In No Way Home, their job was to investigate the Mysterio complication and all that stuff. They did their job. And whatever the government lays down, you see a new person of power popping up. You need to go investigate and go see what they're about, what's going on. They're doing the job. Now, the way you do it, like the dude who looked like he was charged, who was in the movie, he seemed to have like more respect. Like, look, go in there, you gotta go find her, but don't be a jerk, don't be an a-hole. And then she went in there just to be an a-hole. So there's a difference. But the department itself is not inherently evil.
Well, I think this is one of those moments where the story transitions into a different direction slightly, but it's still the main story and everything. Like her character is a character of learning her powers and everything. I think the whole story for this season is her learning her powers, and this is a different way of her learning her powers. And it looked like the mom when she died. Spoiler alert! Good God, this is definitely an episode.
The mom, what mom died? You talking about her great grandmother?
No. When the main villain, when she died, her power went into her son.
Oh yeah.
So when the main villain passed, it looked like she took her power and passed it on to her son. So now he's going to learn. Hopefully, he'll be able to teach Kamala how to use her powers, as he somewhat knows how to use his already. I guess it looked like he definitely did know what he was doing when he shot down the drone, or at least shot at the drone.
Yeah, but again, I mean, I really don't understand how they ended. They got to do some explaining. See, that's what I'm talking about. This episode wasn't a
different direction.
Right, but she's like, I know how to close the portal, and all you did was do the same thing that people did. Your predator, your bodyguard, or her henchman did.
It looked like I'm assuming she like used her energy or whatever to help close it, as opposed to just stepping in there freely. And she used whatever inner genie power she had to help close it. That's the only assessment you could use, because she went in there, said a couple words, and next thing you know, the portal closed.
She said her son's
name. She said she knew what she was doing, and she did something.
She said her son's name, though. I don't understand.
I guess she used her inner power, whatever power she had, she used that at the same time. They didn't want to give you a full answer. That's what you get. Take what you gave you.
Yeah, I I don't do that anymore because nobody does that for the DCU. So I'm not going to let it go for the MCU. It's not.
No. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Come
Oh,
on
I'm
now.
going to be like that.
The
Even though I really don't have much.
DCU has enough issues as is. We can't help it if they don't. They're band-aiding everything.
Oh yeah, I mean it's hard to defend DC right now. Real hard. Sheesh. It used to be so easy. But your movies ain't stuff. Gosh.
Close that door. We're not talking about DC right now. Close the door. We'll get to them another time.
I can turn anything to it. But anyway, back to the show. I mean, it's like, I think the show as a whole, it's around the same range as Hawkeye or Winter Soldier, which I believe Winter Soldier doesn't get enough credit as is. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think that show gets unnecessarily hated on. I don't know why, or doesn't get the praise that it deserves. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I have a different. I look at things differently, but I think it's right around the middle. It's not the best MCU show, but it's not by far the worst. Because I think the worst was Moon Knight. It's just my opinion.
Was what?
Moon Knight.
Oh. That was all over the place, man. They couldn't. They did. They was like, he's such a different character. We don't even know how to use. I like their diversity, boy. That goes under the diversity of.
Well, all of these MCU shows outside of WandaVision and Loki, been all pretty much, and Hawkeye. It's been all about diversity. You know, just like you got the coming age of Kamala and learn about Pakistani culture. You got the Egyptian culture and Moon Knight, Falcon and Winter Soldier is literally about Black people's struggles in America, along with other stuff.
I mean, the new saga. I don't know what the new era is called now because Infinity Saga is over. So whatever this new one is, they're all about everything. It was like, yeah, we got something for everybody. Come on.
Yeah, I feel that. So this is my thing though, right? Why does it just made me think about this. So now I got to go there because I can't not say it now. Why does everybody so quick? They want to know like who's the big bad? What's the end result of all of this? How does everything connect? Like, does everybody forgot about the beginning of the MCU when it was phase 1? Which is a bunch of solo movies. The only way they really didn't connect outside of the end credit scene. And then phase 2 was nothing but a series of solo events that didn't connect outside of the end credit scenes. And then in phase 3, you introduce a character in one show, in one movie. And then after that, they got the whole thing when they deal with their own separate problems. Nothing really started. The only thing that really connected the MCU like to a bigger story were the end credit scenes. If you go back and like really watch it.
Because we live in a right now kind of world where everything is expected to happen right now and stuff. And people like to know. People don't like to be in the dark. They want to know what's going to happen.
That's the best part of. That's what I understand. It's like
me and you. We like it. We don't need to know the ending now.
But no, what I'm saying is people want to be surprised, right? Everybody like, oh yeah, don't. First of all, you can't talk about a movie if you know about spoilers. Even though people like completely stay off the internet when the movie's about to come because they don't want to get spoiled. Then they want to be surprised. They don't want you to tell everything in the movie, but then they want all the information at the same time. Like the hell, it doesn't make any sense. You want all the information, but you don't want the information at the same time.
Well, it's one of those situations where it's one of those situations where you read the comic and you know what's going to happen, but you want a twist to happen anyway. It's like what they're doing with The Boys. They're trying to they know what's coming, but they got to change it up. Like for example, like the best, the only quick example off the top of my head I can come up with is like with Black Noir, and everybody knows who Black Noir was. The writers knew who Black Noir was based off the comics. They was like, we can't go that direction because
everybody knows.
Obviously everybody's going to spoil it and they know. So we got to change it. And so they changed it, and people are like, "Ooh, we like it, but
Yeah,
tell us more."
right. And I have no issue with that. But I need people to learn to sit back and enjoy the show. You don't have to have, first of all, everything in MCU, you don't have to connect to one huge story. Just enjoy the movie they have, put it out there. Either you like it or you don't, and you watch that movie. I mean, and it is what it is. You don't need to know, all right, well, he's going there. What does that mean? All right, everybody come up with a theory. Kevin Feige, tell us what's going on. Who's the big guy? I'm like, look, first of all, I can guarantee you 70% of the world, I'm going to go down, 80% of the world did not know who Thanos was when they showed him at the end of Avengers. Guarantee you 80% of the world didn't.
Yeah, because I remember being in theaters and I was the only one that was like, "Ooh," and everybody else was like whispering.
Who is that? And you know exactly what they did? They Googled it. And now everybody thinks that. And ever since then, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I want to know what's going on. Who's that?" And I'm like, bro, just sit back and enjoy the show. I can tell you the difference, but do you really want me to tell you, or do you want to sit back and enjoy the show? I deal with the same thing all the time, Danny. Where I was like, I'm watching the show, like watching it, like for instance, The Boys. They're like, man, what happened in the comics? I'm like, I can tell you what happens in the comic. It may spoil it, but I don't think it is because they changed a lot. But I can tell you what happened in the comic if you want. They were like, no, but tell me. Well, I don't understand. I'm confused. Fucking leave me alone. I know what happened. You want me to tell you what you know. It's killing me. Everything's not a big
I mean, it is what it is. People, there's potential, there's opportunity in knowing what's going to happen before it happens. So people want to know, if it's there, take it. If it's not, why can't I?
Everybody wants to be the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, no.
I don't understand that. Why everybody want to be? I mean, I understand why everybody wants to be the smartest person in the room, but because it's cool. But if it is, it is.
So you were just like, when it comes to, let's go back to Miss Marvel. So as far as the episode is concerned, you were like, eh.
I was like, it's okay. Nothing special. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have high hopes for the rest of it? You think they're gonna? Who? You know what? Here's the question. The real question is this, because I've been burning to know. Every one of these shows has had a surprise MCU or other character from the Marvel period in there. Who do you think, or do you think they might have one in this one? Who's going to special guest appearance?
The only one I would have to say, I don't know if she would do it though, is probably Carol Danvers.
But don't you think that's too spot on?
I do, but see, there's the thing. Me know too much information. I know Kamala's going to be in the Captain Marvel movie named The Marvels. I know she's going to be in that. I know from the comics it was Captain Marvel who gave her the blessing of being the hero. So it just kind of makes sense from that point. Her powers seem to be cosmic in nature. Carol Danvers is a cosmic being who actually comes to Earth, who still, according to Endgame, she's still keeping in touch with stuff that's happening on Earth. Now I don't know how much that has changed since Black Widow died, because Black Widow is the one who's running that show. So, but it just, I mean, that's kind of too spot on. But in my defense, the MCU does do pretty much spot on kind of stuff. So,
I think it's going to be Monica Rambeau. I think she's going to pop up as like a government agent and be like, "I need you to come with me. No, you got light powers. I got light powers."
She can't. One, she didn't go part of the government. She went with Nick Fury. They said Nick Fury needs to see you, and he's gone. He's going upstairs. I mean, she's going to space with Nick Fury. Carol Danvers is not, I don't believe she's in that circle at the moment. So that's how I feel. Now I think all together in the episode, in their movie, they'll end up together, and people want to know how to connect. That's probably how it's happening. We're in the show in the Marvels movie, when her, Monica Rambeau, and Carol Danvers all show up, big epic fight scene. Probably one of the reasons why they changed the power so it could look cooler with all their powers.
It'd be a light show.
Yeah, would be an absolute light show.
It's gonna be bright. It's gonna be some shooting. It's gonna be
I don't have to worry about watching that one on my phone and not being able to see because nobody knows how to effing light a dark room. Bro, I'm like, it's no more brightness on my phone, man. I can't see anything.
No more watching on your phone. Then that's all I can tell you. Paid all that money for a TV. Use the TV. That's all I can tell you.
I mean, I can't say because I don't want to get myself in trouble because I don't know who's watching. But there's a reason why I'm watching it on my phone and not on the TV, and it's because I'm not at home. You know what I'm saying?
This is true. This is true. But you know what else has a whole lot of light to it and colors and everything? Thor.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be super bright. God. Except when they go on Wilson College World. That's funny. That's the brightest. All right, so you seen the trailer, right? And the commercial, the TV spots. I try to stay off, but I've seen the joint where he's end up eventually fighting Gore the God Butcher on his home planet and is like completely void of color. But it still looks pretty bright. Like I can see stuff on the screen. It's like, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Let me see it. Jeez, I can't wait to watch that tomorrow.
They're willing to show you. They have no problem showing you stuff and everything. And Thor's gotten colorful for the last couple of movies and everything. So this one's going to be colorful too. And Taika Waititi is directing.
You said his name all
wrong. You know who the guy is. So when I see it and I know he's directing, I'm like, and I've seen the trailers, I was like, I don't know if this is going to be a comedy like the last one, or is it going to be serious, or I'm pretty sure it's going to be 70% comedy and then the rest is serious, 30% serious. Like this, this is about to be.
I just have a fun time. So what I'm all right. So this is what I'm thinking, right? Is that the show, the movie, because the movie's only 2 hours total, right? Movie's only 2 hours total, and I think it's just going to be like you're going to go back there and sit back like, man, this was a fun movie to watch. Like I'm sitting there, I had fun. I put a smile on my face. This is great. I've seen some things. I don't think it's going to be nothing. I don't think you're going to see the character develop anymore. What more development of Thor can you have? You went from him being
actually wanting to take the mantle of King.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Because so I know he did that in the comics, right? But again, like we say, MCU makes a lot of changes. And they do them, for the most part, they have like a 98, 97% rate of change. I'm not giving you no higher than 98. Where it makes sense. And so I think so when we first met Thor in the first Thor movie, right? He was an insecure brat. Right? We met, then he matured, polished. Then when he was in Thor 2, he's kind of like, I know I'm supposed to be king, but I really don't want to do it. He's like finding his own path. Then we met him in Thor 3. He was what was he searching for the Infinity Stones? No. Yeah, he was searching for the Infinity Stones. And then he came across about Thor Ragnarok, and he learned that, Thor, the Asgard's not a place, it's the people, and that he doesn't need a hammer to use his powers. He's the god of lightning. He's not the god of hammers, so forth, so first. And then in Infinity War, he lost everybody when he was on a revenge tour. And then in Endgame, he was in depression, right? Endgame, he was in depression, and he got his way out of that. Working your way through all of that. So, and that's when he had a conversation with his mom talking about, I'm not who I'm supposed to be. She said everybody feels that who they're supposed to be. So, kind of give him like, look, I don't want to, you're not supposed to be king. Like, you're supposed to be king, but that's not really who you are. And you gave it to a real leader. Like, that was like a defining moment. What more growth is there for him?
I guess it's to find a woman of his dreams, settle down, and have kids, and raise them to be the next generation. Either that, or by looking at the trailer anyway, we're supposed to find out anyway, because he definitely goes into workout mode and definitely loses all that.
Right, but that's coming you out of depression. Like a lot of people get like depressed, and like especially people who are always in shape and they like get down themselves and real depressed. They stop doing all that stuff, so they body go. And then when they work through it, with the therapy and all that stuff, then they kind of get back. They start getting in the routine, get in shape, get the guns blazing. You know what I'm saying? But that's not
It's ripped
out
for sure.
the norm. Though. Like I think his workout montage is going to be like in the first 2 to 3 minutes of the movie. He ain't gonna be fat long.
I hope they get all that out the way quick.
Right. They got you. It's only 2-hour movie.
Yeah, him and the Guardians get them out the way. They get 15 minutes at the most.
Yeah, they got other stuff happening. They got a whole Christmas special and another movie.
They got a whole nother show one to do themselves. So yeah.
Yeah, the Christmas special. They got the Christmas special, then they got a movie. Which I just found out they're making a whole nother mixtape for the Christmas special. And I will download that immediately.
They seem to be winning when it comes to the soundtrack. So why not stop? Don't stop now. Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now. We're having such a good time. Wherever the ball.
A little bit of Queen. Everybody like Queen. Yeah, Thor it probably is gonna be like just running average. Yeah, it's nothing to run out there for.
That's what It's Me the Truth said.
Yeah, but he's right. He's all the way right there because from the trailer alone, you could just sit there and say, yeah, they're not taking it serious. But they're just giving you something to give you. I don't know. He didn't really need a fourth movie, but they felt like, you know what, we can't leave him like this. So we got to give him something else.
I mean, yeah. All right, so the first two movies weren't that great. Actually, I don't mind the first movie.
The first one wasn't that bad. I don't know why everybody's all over it, but man, it wasn't that bad.
I don't know
why. Second one was terrible. Second one was just.
All right, so I don't think the second one was terrible.
It was terrible.
I wouldn't say it was really good. I've seen, again, I want people to know, I've seen terrible movies. Like, I've legit seen terrible movies. The MCU hasn't made a terrible movie. A terrible movie is the Fantastic Four, the latest one. That's a terrible movie. I've seen like legit terrible movies.
When you put it like that, okay.
The Wolverine Origins, terrible movies. I've seen terrible movies.
That's good examples. Those are good examples.
Okay,
but we're basing this off of this is based off of MCU standards. Those aren't MCU movies. This is an MCU movie compared to other MCU movies and the MCU what they developed. Thor 2 was terrible.
No, because Thor 2 is still better than Iron Man 3.
No, it wasn't.
Quite a bit.
It wasn't.
It is.
Iron Man 3 only had plot holes that didn't make sense. That's the only problem.
That's the standard of the movies to have.
No, the movie as a whole was like, it's doable.
No.
But the plot holes, it was like certain things that people just were like, yo, you live in a world where you got the Avengers, call on help and everything. And after that, it's funny because after that happened, they realized they was like, yeah, we did kind of set it up where Iron Man's the one who can communicate with everybody. He's probably the only one who could be able to call on everybody instantly. And we didn't even use that advantage. Okay, we messed up there. We'll fix that. And they fixed it. And ever since then,
we got M Wamba 85. Yeah. And how we been? Hey, we're doing pretty good. We talked about that earlier in the cast. Dad, you want to record how you been real quick?
Go back and rewind the thing and start from the beginning. That's how I'm doing. Thanks for showing up.
He's a grouch. He's a grinch. I've been doing good. I've been working a lot. Really have no time. We really have any time to record. My family's in Florida, so I'm taking this opportunity to I was trying to take this opportunity to relive my 20s. That's not working out. So now I'm taking this opportunity to catch up with real Cowboys. So here it is. With a terrible Iron Man, Age of Ultron. Ooh. Dang, I think we're gonna have to slide into who knew a topic at top. top five worst MCU movies. I don't know if Age of Ultron makes it though. You think Age of Ultron will make a top five?
I don't.
I don't. I think the problem with Age of Ultron, it was so hyped. Now, mind you, it wasn't not top 15. I mean, MCU movies is it 30? I don't know. It's a lot, but it ain't top 15. I tell you that right now. It's not in the
rank now. They've officially got to that point where it's too many to rank. Ain't nobody got time for ranking them anymore.
No, yeah, you gotta get like a top 15, something like that.
Yeah,
you gotta do like you do like when people review movies for the year. Like what they'll do is like, I get my top 5 best or top 10 best.
Yep.
And your 10 worst. That's how you gotta do the MCU now.
MCU is officially past that point of no return. There's no return until they rank all of them. We can't do that anymore. It's too many. Like you said, 5 best, 5 worst. That's it.
Well, I gotta do 10. I'm a 10 guy. I gotta do 10. Because my top 5 is pretty much locked in. The 10 and 15, that always kind of moves around. But my top 5 is kind of locked in.
It's funny. That's why I said it's too many, because you could do your 10 best movies from the MCU and your 10 worst and still have like 10 left over.
Right. That's why I said 10. But like that middle range, the middle is where like it shifts up and down. But my top 5, that shit don't move. That really ain't moving. That ain't really moving.
Especially when now Thor doesn't mess that all up by having a 4th movie and everything. How dare you have a 4th movie?
Well, I got to see it first. Like, I don't have Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness that high.
Where?
What? You can't, huh? I don't. You can't go. First of all, number one, you can't say it's the Multiverse of Madness. And I only go to 2 universes. I was only in the Multiverse of Madness for one half a scene where you just kept going through different ones. Like, it would have been actually a little better if it would have been a little better. I'm sorry, y'all. If like the Illuminati was the multiverse Illuminati, so you had like each one was from a different multiverse, and they explain how things went down in their multiverse. I was like, oh, that's fire. Well, I was like, oh my gosh, you fumbled the ball there.
I feel like
you had it in your hand, you had the touchdown in your sight, and
I feel like they're saving that. I feel like they're saving that for Loki season 2.
Nah, you can't. If that's the case, then
didn't they do that in Loki season 2? No, I mean season 1. They did that for the first Loki.
Right. What I'm saying is though, if you do that, and if you want to go that route, that's fine. But don't call it the Multiverse of Madness. That's what I'm saying. You set it up with the title. Just like how people always say Batman v Superman. Zack Snyder said this all the time. He said, we never wanted to name it Batman v Superman and Dawn of Justice, because that gives you an exception that it was supposed to be a big, huge fight, and that's everything the movie's supposed to. He's like, that's not what we wanted to name. So the title automatically put the audience thoughts in heads, and when you don't see that in the theater, then you already come out with a sour taste in your mouth instead of just enjoying the movie. And that's how I feel about Doctor. If you wanted to do that, where you wanted to just kind of introduce it, give you a little peek of it, then fine. You call it like Doctor Strange, and I don't know, into the multiverse. I don't know, even though Spider-Man really has that, but still, don't call it the Multiverse of Madness. I think I'm all in. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go all these multiverses, or at least see them. I was like, no.
Nobody said it had to be different. It had to be a whole bunch of them.
It said the Multiverse of Madness. That implies that you're going to be going through different multiverses.
No, it doesn't.
If you don't believe that, then you're cynical.
No, it doesn't mean that you're going somewhere. You're saying that. You're adding stuff to the title and everything. It just says Multiverse Madness. They were the multiverse. They went to another multiverse, and it was madness in that other multiverse.
The word multiverse means different universes, more than one.
More than one.
He only went to one different universe.
He went to 2.
What 2?
He went to the one. He went to the one where he went to the one universe where he was already dead. Then he went to the other universe where he was alive, and he had to take the book, and that's where he gained the third eye and everything. So he went to more than one.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. It's not enough.
And the original, and it started off with the guy. It started off with a completely different Doctor Strange who died. So that's
Didn't
three.
like that either. Didn't like that either. I did, however, I was side note, I was talking to my mom about like this nightmare I had about me getting captured by the Russians and being tortured, but my fiance was getting off easy, and I was, and she's like, "Your dreams mean something." I was like, "That's one theory." Another new theory is that the multiverse is real and your dreams are just windows into another universe. And
No
she's
more
never
comic
seen.
books. That's it. We're done. We're not doing any more comic books. This show is about to end right now. They're influencing your real life in a negative way. This is. I'm gonna turn my camera off. I'm gonna come. We're gonna get you. We're gonna talk to a doctor for you and everything. You're interpreting comic books as real life. This is the issue. Where's the number two? Where's the yellow pages? We're gonna find you a doctor.
Yellow, they don't even make those anymore.
No.
Like I'm a mailman. I have delivered those ever.
Yeah, we definitely don't get those big old books anymore. I used to leave them right there at your doorstep and everything. Sheesh, those things were heavy. Yeah, it's Google now.
It's Google.
Google
yeah, so
yellow pages.
All right, let's go back to Thor. All right, so I'm seeing Thor for the 4 characters: Jane, Valkyrie, Gore, and Zeus. I do have one friend. I'm not going to say their name, but she is literally going to the movie just to see Thor semi-naked. Like I'm glad you're not.
Marvel won then. Marvel did their job.
Yeah, they did. That's a $22 ticket right there in hand.
If the man just so happens to be a sex symbol, sell him.
I have no problem with that.
Oh, it didn't work out.
I'm really going to see Thor, to be honest with you. I want to see how they do Gore, the God Butcher. I want to see he's going to be as cool and menacing as he was in the comics.
I give the director credit because the director, when he did Ragnarok, he did the villain good. You really were like, yo, she is one badass thing. Like when they did the previous one, I was like, he didn't joke with the villain. So I was like, that's cool. So hopefully with this one, he doesn't joke with this one.
Talking about the Hela.
Hela, yeah.
Yeah, he did. I'm telling you, she was fire. She was threatening. It looked like she could win. The only reason she lost because they literally destroyed Asgard.
They had to bring out an even bigger villain than her. They had to bring out damn near another godlike villain just to stop her.
But yeah, I want to see. There's an image right in the trailer that has him. Hold on, I want to see if I can pull it up real quick. I gotta see. But there's an image of him, like when he's on like a snowy. It looked like a snowy planet.
Oh yeah, they took it straight out the comic.
Straight out the comic. I can't find it. God damn it, I can't find it.
That's giving a nod to the source material. It's cool when they actually take stuff when there's good enough material to take exactly out of the comic book and everything. So that's always cool. You know, the comic book fans love that. We love that.
Shout out to Zack Snyder for starting that 300. But yeah, I really like that. I want to see if they're gonna do the thing where Gore has like gods hanging, like he tortured the god of torture, and then I don't think it was him, but he had like other gods that were just like hanging. I don't think the MCU is gonna do that.
Why not? Why not? Let's go.
Yeah,
push it as far as you can. Multiverse of Madness was one horror movie scene away from being rated R. Like they.
I don't think they're gonna.
They popped Reed Richards' head.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. You still no blood. No blood.
Yeah,
and let's not talk about how in Ms. Marvel they killed a whole dude, threw him off a building, and you ain't see a speck of blood. So they don't just go all in now.
Matter of fact, they popped a dude's eyeball out in Multiverse of Madness. When that creature, they went in there and threw that should have been that literally should have been rated R. That
Wait,
level of violence back in the day would have been rated
when
R.
did this happen?
Beginning of Multiverse of Madness when the creature they ripped his eye out.
That's a monster. That doesn't count. You can do
That's,
whatever you want to a monster or a
really?
robot.
You could just have as much violence as possible, obviously.
On a monster, yes. On a human, no. I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you the rules. That's why, like, you see them, like when you see them having like in movies, you always see like a big bad, and he has soldiers that are like some faceless aliens or robots or something like
Suicide
that.
Squad.
Yeah, so you could just take them out with the ease because you don't have to worry about them any backlash. Like, oh, you're promoting violence against people. Like, no, we're killing monsters, so it's fine. That's how they get away with that all the time. That's like if you go back and watch like the Ninja Turtle cartoon that's on Netflix, they don't use their weapons or they use their weapons real defensively when they fighting like humans. When they fighting like the Krang and robots, they slice them, dice them like it's nothing. So it's what they do. That's a Hollywood thing, right? So
terrible.
They're not gonna show nobody getting hit, unless they're not gonna do it. They're not even gonna touch that.
I need that. Like, show how badass he really is.
I want to see if they're gonna show it. That's the reason I'm going. Well, it's not the reason I'm going, but it's a good reason I'm going. It's a good, solid reason I'm going.
Because, like, in the comics, it goes deep into how he was just killing gods from other worlds and everything. Like, he went on a very long killing spree.
He went up to Thor when he was younger. Thor beat him, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna save you for last." And he started killing some Thor. All the other gods then got to him.
My man went on a straight up. He went on a game like they do in a game. You got to power up, so he went on small.
You got to start small and build your power.
Task. He leveled up like crazy, yo. Hopefully they'll do something like that. Like, his backstory should be cool. His backstory alone and everything should be, if they tell that correctly.
But this is why I'm a little worried. Is that because since the movie's only 2 hours, are you going to have enough time to really flesh out Gore the God Butcher and Jane Foster?
Yeah, you can.
And still tell your compelling story?
First of all, Jane's doesn't need that much fleshing out. You can knock out Jane's whole story in maybe 10 minutes. You shouldn't take that long.
I don't know, because again, remember in the comics, she had a whole thing. Her whole thing was that
her whole thing was nobody knew it was her.
Yeah, well, that too. But I think they're gonna knock that out quick. But she had cancer, and every time she changed to Thor, it would wipe out all the chemotherapy she did before. So kind of put her on a clock. Like, she ain't gonna be alive too much for so long.
Yeah, but we ain't got to worry about that. Hopefully she'll be the Thor replacement. Hopefully we'll see what Marvel wants to do and everything.
Right, but again, if you're gonna do that, you got to explain stuff now. Are they gonna take that part out? Because that was an essential part of her character.
And they know that you fans expect that they make changes to stuff. So this is a change, simple change. No, we don't. I don't know. She was part of the snap. I hope did they explain that? I don't remember if they explained.
They never said that. They never said that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I think she was part of the snap because Thor said he ain't seen her in 8 years.
There's no evidence.
In the trailer, he said he ain't seen her in 8 years. So in order for him not to see her in 8 years, that means she was part of the snap because he wasn't gone.
It just means that he didn't see her because they broke up. How many people have you not? How many ex-girlfriends you haven't seen in years?
He ain't been broken up with her. He was broken up with her for that long because she was gone for 5 years in the snap. That's how I see it.
I don't see it that way at all. My man Ben Compton said, "What's up, everyone? What's good, Ben? Thanks for coming through. What's up? We got I'm gonna go in Mwamba because I think I'm saying that right. So Marvel is owned by Disney. They not going that far. Half of the general audience that watch these movies are kids. That's the point I'm making. That's the point. Gonna do so much.
Half the audience is not kids. I don't care what it
not half. I'll give you 30%.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. That 30% makes a difference.
Because we know everybody who was a kid before when Marvel first started are all adults now.
Right.
All of them are still going to see the movies.
I do it. They're taking their new kids to the movie to watch them. I do it. I'm one of those people who do it.
But not in the beginning, though.
You know my
you go watch it first. You go watch it by yourself. You go with me. And then
I watch it first. Just because I watch it first don't mean that Disney like, oh yeah, we're giving out two different movies where there's an adult version for the people who watch it first, and then the second version when they take the kids. It don't work like that.
Yeah, but you can tell whether or not a movie is going to be too much for the kid or not to take.
MCU, Kevin Feige still want those kids in there, so they're not going to go too far. Like, I know, for instance,
ripping an eyeball out of a monster should have been too far.
I know I can take my kids to an MCU movie without having to watch it first. I know I can do that. Like, if I wasn't...
They chopped Thanos' head off. Cold, clean cut.
And yeah, that's fine. I know I can take my kids to that movie. I know I can take... Not Logan, because Logan is not going to sit down for a movie. Not like that. But I know I can take my 10-year-old... my 10-year-old, I could take my remember I was taking my little cousin, my baby cousin who's not such a baby anymore. A song y'all seen him before if y'all go back and look at other videos. I took him when he was a younger kid. I took all of them to the movies to see these MCU movies. That's a good portion of the audience now. So they can't just all of a sudden like, oh, our age group grew up, so we can do more adult content. No, you can't, because you still got to. Those kids have kids, they still want to go see the MCU.
I don't care. Some of these things need to be dang already are. They ripped the eyeball out of them.
That's what DC is for.
DC need to start coming. They need to drop these movies quicker.
That's
what they need to do. Somebody get them back on the rotation.
It's a whole nother thing we'll talk about later.
That's a whole nother topic. We'll get there another day. Get there a whole nother day.
Steve Austin says, "My guys, yeah, we back, baby. We're back. How long are we back?
Thor.
Only time will tell.
Thor is funny because based off the preview, the trailers, this Thor movie is just going to be
fun. It's going to be fun, straightforward.
It's not going to be up. It's not going to be down. It's just going to be not worth $22 though.
Everything's worth $22 in IMAX. Everything. It is. Brother, we saw Doctor Strange in a regular theater. You first thing you said, "Nah, I can't. This ain't it. This ain't it." It's like, nah, we got to upgrade. So you want to pay for the better? You want the better stuff? Gotta pay.
I don't want to pay for the better stuff. I don't want to.
But you still want the better stuff? That's real American. Real American.
Give me the for a cheap price. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that now.
I did that last time and you didn't like it.
Don't worry about that. We're back on that. Stuff keeps affecting my budget. Called gas.
Hey, that gas is real, gosh.
No, you feel they're affecting my movie watching ability. They are completely affecting my movie watching ability right now.
I know some people, because of the gas, are literally saying, "Oh, it's gonna be on Disney Plus in 45 days. I'll just wait." And I was like, I cannot wait.
See, if it wasn't for the fact that I am a strong comic book fan, I feel that way against it. It's funny. Every other movie, I feel that way because I don't go to the movies for anything else.
You beat me by this much, man. I was about to say, I was waiting for you to finish.
I literally wait on everything. Like the last Harry Potter one, Dumbledore, Dumbledore, whatever that is. I wanted to see it, but I was like, I'm not going to movies for that. I could wait till the HBO Max. And they told you after it came out of theaters, they started saying, yeah, it'd be on HBO Max on this date. I said, well, I guess I'm waiting.
Hey, or if it even don't come on a streaming joint, you can wait till you can rent it for a much cheaper price without the gas.
For a way cheaper price. It's $5.99 to rent.
Right.
I joined blew my. Yeah, I was like, what? $5.99 to rent? Why am I going to the theaters? I got popcorn in the house. What am I doing?
I mean,
Oh
you could
my
DoorDash sell some popcorn, make somebody else the whole
Exactly.
grocery.
That dang DoorDash, boy. They're not going to deliver your food if you don't tip them, boy. They take forever, boy. Sheesh.
I mean, you got to plan it out. Sometimes, like on my way from work, I DoorDash it. So by the time I get there, it's getting there with me. You got to plan that out.
DoorDash is like the same price as going to the dang theaters and getting popcorn stuff, yo. Popcorn. You can go to the grocery store, get popcorn for like $5.99. You go to the movies, popcorn like $10.99.
Bro, I went to I had left my wallet at home one time when I went to work, and I had to eat breakfast and lunch. So I had to DoorDash stuff, and I just felt just more and more broke. I was like, bro, I went to this restaurant yesterday. It's not this much for a burger and fries.
It is when you got to deliver it.
It up too.
No.
Picking it up.
That doesn't matter. You went to a second or third source? What they consider that like a third source? You didn't even go directly to them? Oh, terrible. Third party. You went to a third party to get their food? No, sir.
All right, Danny, real quick. And Wama wants to know, what do you think about Zack Snyder's Justice League?
He's talking about that when we were talking about before, violence and all that stuff. That's what Zack Snyder's for and everything, Justice League. Yeah. Totally. They all in with the violence and the rated R-ness. I'm not against that.
Oh, you saying people are complaining? Well, all right. So Wimar says people are complaining now because they made Thor more funny instead of serious. So what? And I
think I was that person one time. I was in somebody's comments, and I was probably one of those people. It's like, why is he so funny? Thor's not funny at all in the comics. This dude doesn't joke. This is ridiculousness. But the character evolved because of the MCU, and they was like, this is the direction we wanted to take him in. So
I have no issue with him being funny. Number one, I don't really, outside of the David Ayers run, I think I said his name right. When he's the one that like Thor, the God Butcher, and Jane Foster's Thor and all that stuff, and Unworthy Thor. Outside of his, I didn't care about Thor's books that much at all. So maybe when you shake him up, make him fun. It's hilarious. This guy is a god living among people, and he don't even know how to do either one right. Hilarious.
I don't know. When it comes to comic books, I don't need him to be funny at all because his character, his life is pretty dang serious and everything. He's supposed to be. They got him set up where more and more now, where basically now he is the king and everything. So you got to take a point and everything. I'm just waiting for that point where they start giving him where he starts having the kids and everything. When he like.
I think the only
all
time
of a sudden he adults up.
I think the only time I seen Thor with a kid was in that animated cartoon, The Young Avengers. It was like Captain America's kid, Captain America, Black Widow's kid.
No, usually when they show the future version of him, when he's like full blown king mode, they'll show like his kids and stuff.
I probably missed it, but that's the only time because he had a daughter, and
yeah. The only problem is the thing about it is the one thing is they never explain or never even go into like who his wife is or who the mother of the children are and stuff. They stay away from that in most of them. I can't remember. I particularly can't remember when they ever explained who he was with. But yeah, he's had kids before. Definitely that.
It's fine. I honestly do not care.
True.
Oh, here's a question. Do you ever think we'll see Beta Ray Bill in a Thor movie?
No.
Seem upset about that.
No, I don't. Because the fans been asking for it. They teased it in the last Thor movie. They was like, yeah, he's been here, he's around, but I don't. if it happens, I'll be the first one to go crazy in the theaters, but I don't see it happening.
They say in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor was you see Beta Ray Bill in one of the collector's tubes, collector unit. Like people like freeze framed in is a dude that kind of looked like he has Thor garments on, shaped like him. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I can see it. I don't think they ever do it though. And if they do it, you know what happened? You know where it'd be at? What if? I think that'd be the best chance to see it. Like an episode like what if Thor came across the ship traveling through space and he met the guy and then boom, you got a whole what if and then
except the fans won't accept that. The fans will go crazy if they turn that into a what if story that actually was into turn him into a what if character. That's basically what you would be doing. And fans would lose their mind if you did that. They'd be like, no.
Yeah, I mean,
he is a character. He is in the universe.
He is a character, but it's still that's the way to do it. If this movie goes like a lot of people think it's going, where Jane Foster is going to be replacing Chris Hemsworth as Thor, even though Chris Hemsworth say he'll keep playing Thor as long as he can, then you can't have him, Jane Foster, and Beta Ray Bill all in the same doing the whole thing. I mean, how many Thor stories can you tell with all three?
You don't need that many stories. They did it with Spider-Man. What you talking about?
They done it in the comics. I'm talking about in the actual movie. They did one movie where they were all together and then they all went back in a separate universe. It's not like there's three Spider-Mans all flying around New York City taking on different stories at a time.
It was.
I'm talking about in the movie, not in the comics.
It was.
In the movie. No. What movie?
Spider-Man, they were all there at the same time.
I said they all swinging through New York and they're all doing their individual stories. Like you got one in Brooklyn who's doing a story. You got another one in Manhattan. You got another one that I don't know the borough.
Why can't they do it then? Why not?
It's too much. It's too much.
Never too much.
Let me rephrase.
We have all watched Game of Thrones. It's never too much.
It's too much. That's a whole different thing. And that's not a movie. That is a series. We have time to tell each individual story.
And Marvel can do that too. They can turn it into a series. They can all appear.
Yeah, it is a series. It's called What If. Have them in its own universe and tell a story there.
Do not disrespect that man. Do not disrespect that whole character.
I says, do you think that we will see Hercules and Ares in future movies along Hyperion and the Squadron Supreme? No, I do not. I think you'll see Hercules this one time, and that's it. I don't think you'll see Ares at all because Wonder Woman already.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, Wonder Woman had already had a whole movie with Ares in the DC and
I don't think nobody's done Hercules. I think they're all
Hercules. No, nobody. Oh, I mean, The Rock did a Hercules movie. You want to count that? But
I think they're going to completely stay away from Hyperion and Squadron Supreme. Like the most they can do is just like they've been doing, giving them new comics and stuff and everything like that. I would love to see Hyperion more in the comics. Like that's one tough dude. Like he is tough.
Yeah. The best time you want to see like Hyperion and Squadron Supreme is probably in one of a space story of the MCU. Not gonna see him on Earth.
Yeah, you would. You know what you would see him when Guardians are like traveling the universe and stuff, and you'll see them on another planet or whatever. That's it. It'll be on like another planet or Multiverse of Madness. You would have saw another dang planet in the multiverse.
But I think so. What I think you're gonna have is, I think you're seeing it is the MCU is branching out. Like I got a corner over here that's doing their all thing. I got the magic corner. They taking care of that kind of stuff. I got my horror division with it's gonna be Blade. It's gonna be the dude that was in Eternals. I can't think of his name at the moment. He had the sword. What is that guy's name? Doesn't really matter. It's gonna be him. Werewolf by Night, stuff like that. You got your cosmic.
Black Knight?
Yes, Black Knight. You got your cosmic joint with Captain Marvel and what's the freaking other girls? Guardians of the Galaxy. You have your on the ground stuff with like Hawkeye and Captain America and stuff. Yeah. So you have your different corners and stuff like that. And then when a big event arrives, then that's when you'll have like they all come together. Like, oh yeah, everything was building in this. No, it wasn't. An event came, kind of just let them here. They got to fight.
The best thing you could do is go back and watch the old Avengers cartoon. That was that's the most you're gonna see Hyperion when they put him in like a couple episodes of the old Avengers cartoon. That's the most you'll see of them. Because I don't think they'll ever, even when they get close to running out of material, they're not gonna put him in any MCU thing. No, they're not. They're not.
A Secret Wars movie would be, I think they're trying to do. Well, they're doing.
They got enough characters now. Once they get She-Hulk in there, once the She-Hulk show starts, they'll put her out there.
You see, the thing about Secret Wars, it don't have to be heroes all the time. It could be politicians and stuff like that. People who've been maneuvering their way, not just in the superhero community, but in politics and economics and business. So it's just not. You don't have to just
Department of Damage Control.
Solid. Or the president. Vice president. But you got what's the other one they're gonna do? Secret Invasion. That's the one that's coming on TV. That's a Disney Plus show. Which what
you're doing?
That's what I got that confused. I meant you could do Secret Invasion and just not be the heroes. You can have Secret Invasion. My fault. That's on me. Secret Invasion when they're not just taking the place of superheroes, but they're taking the place of politicians.
Department of Damage Control.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with you in the Department of Damage Control.
Because they are stepping in now. They are literally S.H.I.E.L.D. They're the new They are this saga. S.H.I.E.L.D.
They are.
Like in case any of y'all who are watching right now didn't know, that's who they are. Yeah.
The Daredevil's coming back. Yeah. I want to see if they're gonna keep Daredevil the same. They already changed the Kingpin and Hawkeye, and I did not like that. I was like, you had
I'm not worried about that. Put that to the side. Don't even worry about that, people. Do not worry about Daredevil. Focus on what we got now. We need to focus on the stuff that's coming out now that they've already told you should be coming out. You got a Riri Williams show coming out. You got She-Hulk coming out. You got Agatha Harkness coming out. Focus on these first. Give them a chance first before we get back.
Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion has already been filmed. They filming Loki right now.
Focus on new before we go back to the past stuff and then put it back out there and stuff. No. Give me this new stuff and everything. I'm curious of what direction they're going to go with Agatha Harkness. Curious about how Riri is going to show up first in Black Panther. Then they're going to give her a show. Then they got the Marvels. Huh?
Are you sure?
Yeah, because Black Panther comes out the end of this year.
I didn't know she was in the movie. That's what I'm asking. Are you sure she's in the movie?
Yeah, she's in the movie. Trust. She's in the movie. And then they'll give her a show. Then we talk about.
No, we kind of glanced over Moon Knight. We can talk about Moon Knight real quick. I mean, why not? All right, so first thing I thought of Moon Knight was it was okay. It was okay. They took a confusing character, they tried to simplify it, and it was still confusing. I'm like, it was a
what do you always say? Will you say they specialize in C-list characters?
I have no issue with that. They built the entire MCU is built on B-list and C-list characters, mostly B-list. I have no issue with that. Keep doing what you're doing. That works for you. Moon Knight was not a good choice. It was not a good choice.
He was the epitome of a C-list character. He is literally possibly D-list, but definitively at his best.
He's not D-list. D-list is like the Squadron Supreme. They're D-list characters. Okay? And nobody cares about them.
So Moon Knight is the epitome of a C-list character.
Yeah, Moon Knight's a C-list character. This show was, you know what I didn't like about the show is that psychiatric ward scene where like they were in a psych, like he kept going in and out of different psych wards in the same mind. I'm like, I'm confused. Really, I'm confused. Are you in your mind? Or are you like what is going on? And all right, let's just get to the fight scene. Let's just power through because this ain't it. I am not cool. I was cool with it all the way up until then. I was like, I'm confused, and I shouldn't be because I'm not dumb. And it's just so much.
No comment.
Oh,
Yo, Moon Knight was just something to watch to fill the time for me. I don't think nothing more or nothing less of it. I was like, I've seen it. I'm never watching it again. It had no repeat value to me. It was just okay.
I'm not gonna watch it again. I'm not. No, I actually that's not true because I rewatch everything at least once.
I know.
I mean, I watch everything at least once. I know you don't, which is weird because stuff is so much better the second time.
No, it's because there's so much new stuff out there all the time. With the amount of streaming services we have, there is no time to be rewatching stuff. What are you doing?
I just rewatched Anchorman the other day because it was hilarious.
What are you kidding me? Netflix just dropped one, Hulu just dropped one, dang on Amazon just dropped one.
It did.
It's like
and Anchorman is still hilarious, and I wanted to laugh. I knew I was gonna laugh. I laughed. The hell?
What is it? Netflix dropped like 2 or 3 new movies. People still gotta get caught up. Watch Umbrella Academy unless you're a binger, you already finished Umbrella Academy.
Have you finished it already?
Huh?
Have you finished Umbrella Academy?
I just did because I don't binge like that anymor. Binging is an addiction.
I'm up to the point where they found out that number 5 and that girl that was trying to kill him last season got to start working together, and they try to shock each other to jumpstart the briefcase. That's what part I'm at.
You on like episode 2 or 3? You on like episode 3?
Like 3 or 4.
You're like on 3.
That could be 3. That's fine. I had other stuff. Bro, Stranger Things came out. I had a lot to watch, okay? And they dropping 2-hour episodes.
Like I said, who got time to rewatch stuff when you got all these things out here? Shoot, Hulu just dropped this movie called The Princess. I got to get around to watching.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I see that joint was fire.
And then, I think it's Amazon dropped Terminal List. I got to eventually watch that. I ain't got time to be rewatching crap. I got too many things to catch up on. Bump all that crap.
I watched Doctor Strange.
I still didn't watch the Chris Hemsworth movie on Netflix.
Spider-Wire or something like that.
Whatever it's called. I don't even keep up with titles anymore. I just know which streaming
service. Something. It's fine.
Ain't nobody got time to rewatch stuff. Ain't nobody got time. The only thing I actually keep up with is MCU stuff and comic book stuff. Like we're going to the midnight show of Thor. It's the only stuff I keep up on. And you gotta watch Boys on time, or else the whole internet will spoil The Boys if you want to watch The Boys the same day. You got like what? You got like a 4-hour, 5-hour window to watch The Boys before the internet is completely overrun with it.
See, I don't have that issue. I just go to work, and then when I'm done with work, I'm just going to watch. I don't need to be on the internet. I had
the Boys episode where it was Hero-gasm. That thing was trending so hard that I had to turn my phone off because dang, our notifications kept popping up and everything. I said, man, what the hell is going on this episode, yo? I said, is that much stuff happening? I said, man, I'm at work. I ain't got time for this, yo. I ain't got time for this. That man, what? You gotta be on top of it, or else you're gonna be behind.
You know what I do? I just start listening to the sports stuff because I know they're not gonna talk about it.
Oh.
If I'm on ESPN, they won't dare talk about The Boys. Number 1, that's your competition. Number 2, you can't talk about The Boys on a Disney show. I don't care what form of Disney you are, you ain't watching it. So, man, we've been watching this for an hour and 14 minutes, man. It's a great time. I'm trying to think of we can cover. So real quick, everybody. What we're gonna do is we're gonna watch. We're probably not gonna have a live stream tomorrow because we're gonna come home from work and then we gotta go watch Thor. Dang, you're going to BlurCon this weekend, right?
I believe I might make an appearance one of the days.
I might make an appearance too. Work schedule's kind of killing me. And look, no matter what, either hopefully we can do Friday the after work or whatever, so we can talk about the boys and Thor. And so if Daniel, so that how about this, Daniel? If you go to BlurCon, we wait till you come back, do the live stream, man. If you don't, do when we go. Either way, it's gonna get talked about. I ain't got nothing going on today.
Boys season finale for sure.
Oh yeah, it is the season finale. Oh yeah, we'll see you guys Friday. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, look, everybody who's catching, I want to thank everybody who came on the live stream today, chat with us, talk with us. Great time. I want to thank anybody who's going to see this afterwards. Make sure y'all tell a friend, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Daniel, any words for the last people? I mean, any last words for the amazing people in the YouTube world?
Support your local comic book stores, support the comic book industry, keep on buying comics and everything, keep the industry going strong and stuff so that we can keep on getting these MCU movies. And if you're not subscribed to Disney Plus, subscribe to Disney Plus and HBO Max. I don't work for them, but god dang it, if they get business, we get shows. It all works. It all works for everybody, people. Come on.
Support the economy.
It is what it is. It is.
All right. Look, everybody, I'm about to go bar hopping because I only got like 2 more days. I got like 4 more days of not having to be an adult, a full adult, a family man adult. And I'm going to use it.
On a Wednesday.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday.
Hump day. Everybody going out for hump day. Try to get to the weekend.
Everybody already went out. They went out during happy hour.
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
You are officially at that age where you're supposed to have been at happy hour, okay?
Happy hour, I was still at work because they won't let me go.
You were supposed to be off. We are in a government job area. Everybody's get off at the same time.
Not all government parts work the same.
This is true. It's very true.
Jeez. Well, look, that's all our time next time, everybody. Thank y'all for coming out. We'll be here Friday night. Talk about Thor, Love and Thunder, and the season finale of The Boys. Oh my, it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be fine. Hopefully I get out of that. I'm pretty sure I could. Doesn't matter. All right, everybody, we out. Deuces.